So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily News in Shorts. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs or the important news items that featured in that day's newspaper in a very short span of time within 20 minutes. The purpose of this lecture series is very simple. We want you to cover your current affairs on a daily basis. Current affairs are very important. You all know this. If you are serious about UPSC examination or any other state civil services examination, current affairs are of extreme importance. But as civil services aspirants, your time is of the essence. Your time is also important, right? Therefore, we are going to cover current affairs, important current affairs, within a very short span of time, within 20 minutes. We won't take much of your time because time is very important. You need to cover other subjects or other areas of your syllabus also. So, we are going to be covering current affairs, but we won't take more than 20 minutes. Okay? So this is the purpose of this lecture series. Make sure you make it a part of your daily routine because, like I said before, current affairs are of extreme importance. All right. So let's take a look at the topics from September 24, 2024. Okay. Important topics that featured in today's newspaper. Let's take a look at that. So here are topics of the day. Okay. So number one topic is Supreme Court on child pornography. Recently, Supreme Court gave a landmark judgment or a very important judgment regarding child pornography covered within the POXO Act. Okay, and through this judgment, the Supreme Court has overturned the Madras High Court's judgment. So Madras High Court had given a verdict. Supreme Court has overturned that verdict and made the issue of child pornography or the punishment related to child pornography under POXO Act more stringent. Okay, so we'll talk about this issue. Then globally, WHO has said that dengue cases are rising, not just in India, but all over the world. So why is that? What is this issue? We'll talk about this. Then there was this news item which talked about vacancy in state pollution control boards. Why are they vacant? What are state pollution control boards? What is central pollution control board? We'll talk about this. And in the end, we'll talk about a wildlife sanctuary in Assam called Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary. It was in the news because a legal issue was there in the courts regarding Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary. Actually, a petition was filed in National Green Tribunal related to a road construction project across or within Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary. So that is why this wildlife sanctuary was in the news. Now, that petition is not important for us. What is important for us is what is this Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary? Where is it situated? What is its significance? All right. So let's cover these four topics one by one, starting with topic number one, Supreme Court on child pornography. So tightening the law on child pornography, the Supreme Court said that even viewing, possessing and not reporting such content is punishable under Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, POXO Act, regardless of whether it is shared or transmitted further. Now, to understand this issue, you need to know a bit of background first. Okay? So look, there is this act called Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. It protects children from sexual offences, as the name suggests. Now, there is this section in this act called Section 15, which deals with child pornography. Now, under Section 15, it is mentioned that possession of child pornography, whether for purposes of transmitting it, circulating it, or any of that thing of that sort, right? Possession of child pornography for the purpose of commercial use, for the purpose of circulating it, is unlawful, and jail term is there for this offense. Okay. Now the thing is, at the start of this year, around January 2024, a case was in Madras High Court in which the accused allegedly downloaded two child pornographic videos. Okay, he downloaded those child pornography videos and watched them in his own room. Now, a case was filed against him, and the prosecution or the police department actually alleged that this person has violated POXO Act because he downloaded child pornography from his computer or laptop in his own home. Now, Madras High Court said that this person should not be prosecuted under Section 15 of POXO Act. Why? Because yes, that person has downloaded it, but it cannot be called his possession. Plus, that person is watching it himself. That person is not using it for commercial use. That person is not distributing it. That person is not selling it online. That person is not circulating that video to his friends. He's doing nothing with it, right? Therefore, he shouldn't be prosecuted under Section 15 of POCSO Act, and this shouldn't be deemed as possession. Okay, in Section 15, possession of pornographic material, child pornographic material, is penalized. But Madras High Court said that this downloading of videos shouldn't be considered as possession. Plus, he had no intention, or there is no proof that he had any intention of circulating that material. Okay, so Madras High Court actually quashed the proceedings under Section 15 against that person. Okay, but Supreme Court has overturned that. Supreme Court has said that downloading it is also akin to possession. Supreme Court has expanded the meaning of possession, and Supreme Court has also said that whether you have downloaded it without any intention of circulating it, without any intention of sending it to anyone, still you can be prosecuted under Section 15. So what Madras High Court had said regarding possession, Supreme Court completely changed the meaning of possession, and it expanded the scope of the word possession. Now, if someone downloads child pornography without even the intention of sending it to any one person, he'll still be prosecuted. He or she will still be prosecuted under Section 15. This is what happened in the recent case in Supreme Court. All right. Now let's talk about Section 15 of POCSO Act. So basically, Section 15 deals with punishment for storage of pornographic material involving a child. On January 11th, Madras High Court quashed the criminal proceedings under Section 15 against a man charged with downloading and possessing child pornography on his mobile phone. But there was no proof that he's using it for commercial use or he is actually circulating it. The court also held that offences under the POCSO Act could only be made out if the accused had transmitted or published that material. So Madras High Court had said that only if the accused had transmitted that, sent it to anyone, then only he can be prosecuted under Section 15. But Supreme Court disagrees with that. First of all, Supreme Court actually expanded the definition of possession in POCSO Act. It said that mere possession doesn't mean physical possession in a DVD or a CD. No, possession also means that you have downloaded from the internet. Okay, this Supreme Court termed this thing as constructive possession, because Supreme Court says that even if you have downloaded it, you still have the power of circulating it, right? So there is no need of proving that you have physical possession of it. Even if you have the possession on the internet, that would also be deemed as physical possession, and that person should be prosecuted. Okay. Now, what is important for you guys to remember is what is this POCSO Act? Okay, and for what purposes it is used. And Section 15 is used to deal with which offense against children. Okay, the offense of child pornography, basically. Section 15 deals with that. So remember these few facts only. Okay, let's move forward. Surge in dengue. As cities across India report a surge in dengue cases, a record number of cases have been reported around the world, especially in Brazil and other South American countries. Okay, even WHO has said that dengue cases have been rising year on year. Okay, now generally tropical countries or tropical regions are vulnerable to dengue, but because of global warming, even subtropical countries or subtropical regions are being exposed to dengue. Okay, and that is why there has been an year-on-year rise in dengue cases as reported by WHO. Plus, this year has been a record as far as dengue cases are concerned. Okay, now what is important for us is number one, what is dengue? So dengue is basically a disease. It is a viral disease. So definitely it is caused by a virus. What is the name of the virus? It's called dengue virus. Simple. Okay. And how does this dengue virus enter your body? So this dengue virus doesn't enter your body directly. It enters through another organism. Okay. And that organism is called Aedes aegypti mosquito. Aedes mosquito. So this dengue virus first actually enters the body of this mosquito, and when this mosquito bites you, then this virus gets transmitted to you. So basically, dengue virus is using this mosquito as a vehicle to get to your body. And hence, dengue virus is known as the causative agent of this disease. That means the disease is caused by this virus. But Aedes mosquito is known as the vector for dengue disease. Okay? Vector means a kind of vehicle that the virus uses or bacteria uses to enter your body. So vector is Aedes mosquito and causative agent is dengue virus. All right. Now, what are the symptoms of dengue? Well, you get fever, headache, muscle, joint pains, nausea, vomiting, and your platelet count also declines. Platelets in your blood, they also decline, because of which your blood clotting potential declines. And sometimes, in severe cases, it leads to internal bleeding. And if this internal bleeding is not taken care of, it might even lead to death of a person. So it's a serious disease. All right. Now, what are the factors behind this rise in cases? Okay, especially global cases. So, globally, it's not just India. These factors are responsible for global rise in dengue cases. So, there are three major factors behind this global surge in dengue cases. Number one is rise in urbanization. You see, urbanization or urban spaces are quite different from rural open spaces. First of all, urban areas have dense population. And because of this population density, this disease spreads from one person to another very fast. Okay, so because of population density, urban areas are more vulnerable. The other is that urban spaces have ample breeding grounds. It has ample areas where water gets collected, clean and stagnant water gets collected. And clean and stagnant water are the places where these Aedes mosquito breed. So, because of the availability of clean and stagnant water in urban areas, in different places, Aedes mosquito breed, and because they breed, their number increases, and because their number increases, more of them bite the people, through which dengue virus spreads. Okay, so urban areas are especially vulnerable to dengue, and in the recent years, urbanization has risen unprecedentedly, in an unprecedented manner. Okay, so one cause is urbanization, the other cause is climate change. You see, dengue virus actually survives in tropical regions. Now, tropical regions are known for high temperatures and high moisture. Okay, these are the places where dengue viruses or Aedes mosquito multiply and dengue viruses survive. Now, because of climate change, even subtropical regions are getting warmer. Because of global warming, subtropical regions are also getting warmer. And that is why Aedes mosquito and dengue virus both are spreading to these new areas as well, higher latitudes as well. You know, 10 or 20 years back, dengue was not known in Europe. Okay, because Europe is subtropical, some areas are, and mostly temperate. But since global warming, the southern regions of Europe, Spain, Portugal, have had cases of dengue because these areas are becoming warmer now. So, geographical spread of dengue is increasing because of climate change. And the third reason is people's movement. The global movement of people and goods has in general led to greater spread of infections. Those infections which were localized in nature, which were endemic to only one particular area, are now spreading to new areas. So it is because of these three factors that global surge in dengue cases has increased. Now, how to prevent and cure dengue? Now, prevention can be done both at an individual level and at a government level. Individuals have to ensure that mosquitoes do not breed at their homes. So they should make sure that stagnant water doesn't get collected in their homes, in their neighborhoods. People need to protect themselves against mosquito bites. Okay, whenever there is dengue season, you should cover your body with clothes, apply mosquito repellent creams. And public health systems, the government has to focus on surveillance and prediction of outbreaks. So this is how you can prevent. Now, how to cure this disease? So, there are vaccines. Okay, WHO actually recommends two vaccines: Sanofi Dengvaxia. Sanofi is the company, Dengvaxia is the name of the vaccine, and Takeda's Qdenga. Qdenga is the name of the vaccine, Takeda is a company. Now, WHO recommends these two vaccines, but these two vaccines have not gotten any approval from India. India is actually developing its own vaccines. Okay, two vaccines are under development in Serum Institute of India, Pune. Okay, so India will have its own vaccine. India isn't allowing Dengvaxi or Qdenga. Okay, so these are the vaccines that are already in store. All right, that's all you need to know about this topic. Now let's move on to third news item, which is vacancy in pollution control boards. So what is in the news? Okay, first we'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about these pollution control boards. So nearly half the sanctioned posts in state pollution control boards and pollution control committees in UTs across the country are lying vacant. While 11 states have over 60% vacancies, Sikkim tops the list with all the posts being vacant. Okay, and this report was finalized by Central Pollution Control Board to National Green Tribunal (NGT). Now look, to monitor pollution, to check the pollution levels, air or water pollution, to handle pollution related cases, to handle the compliance of pollution related laws, we have pollution control boards. Now, at the central level, there is Central Pollution Control Board, which is under central government or Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay. At state levels, there are state pollution control boards. Okay. And UTs have pollution control committees. Okay. Now, Central Pollution Control Board has said that some states are not serious about filling vacancies in State Pollution Control Board, which is actually hampering the pollution control measures in these states. Okay. Now, state pollution control boards come under state governments, and their members are also appointed by state governments. So, Central Pollution Control Board is saying that some state governments are not serious about actually appointing members to SPCB. Okay. Now, what are pollution control boards? So, basically, pollution control boards, both CPCB and SPCBs, were established under Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. Then, Air Pollution Act was enacted in 1981. Therefore, both Water and Air Pollution Act have established CPCB and SPCB. Earlier, both of them were established under Water Pollution Act. But once Air Pollution Act was enacted, the functions for controlling air pollution have also been given to CPCB and SPCB. Now, CPCB comes under central government, and its functions are investigating the cases of pollution, both water and air. Okay, monitoring the compliance of laws. That are these laws being implemented properly or not? Okay, this is what CPCB does. And third is advice or recommendations to central government. Okay, these are the functions of CPCB. Similarly, SPCB comes under state government. They advise state governments, they investigate cases related to air and water pollution in their states, and they monitor state laws with respect to pollution. So these are the functions of SPCBs. Okay. One more organization was discussed in this news item, and that was National Green Tribunal. So let's talk about National Green Tribunal also. So National Green Tribunal is basically a court which handles cases related to a violation of environmental laws. Okay. Now NGT was established under NGT Act 2010. So basically, NGT is a statutory body established under an act of parliament. Okay, it is a specialized judicial body which handles the cases related to environmental laws. Okay, now NGT, National Green Tribunal, has one chairman, 10 to 20 judicial members, 10 to 20 expert members. So one chairman who should be a judge, retired or serving, 10 to 20 judicial members, that means judges, and 10 to 20 expert members, those who are experts in the field of environment, pollution and all. The chairperson and judicial and expert members shall hold office for a term of 5 years or till they achieve the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. They are not eligible, they are eligible for reappointment. Okay. Now, National Green Tribunal is a court, basically. It hears cases related to environmental laws. So basically, it has a principal bench, which is in New Delhi. But not everyone can reach New Delhi for fighting these cases. So therefore, NGT has regional benches as well. Okay. One regional bench is in Bhopal, which handles central India. Then for western India, there is Pune. For southern India, there is Chennai. And for eastern India, there is Kolkata. So these are regional benches that handle different India's regions. New Delhi handles northern region as well as all over India. Okay. So these are the facts that you need to know about National Green Tribunal. All right. And let's move to topic number 4, which is Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary. So why this wildlife sanctuary was in the news? So National Green Tribunal, again NGT has come in news. NGT's Eastern Bench. Remember, NGT's Eastern Bench was in Kolkata, right? So NGT's Eastern Bench in Kolkata has ordered to stay on road construction work inside Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam Kachar district. So it has stayed a road project which the road was being constructed within this wildlife sanctuary. So it has put a stay on this road construction project. Okay. This was after a plea alleged that the work was carried out without due permissions under 1. Sanrakshan Evam Samvardhan Adhiniyam, Forest Protection and Conservation Act 1980. Okay, so a case was put in National Green Tribunal Eastern Bench, and the petition said that this road construction project is a violation of this Act of Parliament. Okay, and NGT has put a stay on this act. All right. Now, this was in the news, but this is not important for us. What is important for us is this wildlife sanctuary. Okay. So, this wildlife sanctuary called Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary, it lies in Barak Valley. Barak is a very famous river in northeast India. So, it lies in Barak Valley between Barak and Sonali rivers. Its area is 320 square kilometers, and it lies in the Kachar district of Assam. So, it is in Assam. Okay, it was created in July 2022. Now, this sanctuary is famous for primates, the species of apes, monkeys, and all that. And it is a very important destination for king cobra snake. Not destination, but this wildlife sanctuary is famous for preserving king cobra snake.
Okay, I found this on the web, the destination for king cobras. Check it out.
All right. Now, there are two basic sanctuaries, wildlife sanctuaries in Barak Valley. Barak Valley has two wildlife sanctuaries. Remember this fact because this might also be asked in the MCQs. Now, one is Barak Bhuban Wildlife Sanctuary, and another wildlife sanctuary in Barak Valley is Borel Wildlife Sanctuary. So remember, Barak Valley has two wildlife sanctuaries. Okay? And that's about it. With that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope it has added value to your preparation. Now, if you want to download the notes for this lecture, whatever was discussed in this lecture, you can find it in written form in a PDF file. Okay? And this PDF file is shared on our Telegram channel. Now, the link to our Telegram channel, you can find our Telegram channel. Just look at the comment section below this video. You'll find a link. Click on that link. You'll be taken to our Telegram channel. Follow that channel and you can download the PDF file for not just this lecture, but all the other lectures that feature on our YouTube channel. All right. On that note, I'll be signing off. Thank you so much, everyone.